Hi, it's Marty from Italian Autos back in the day, Marty's Classic Cars. I'm doing a bit of a clean up on my Saab 93 hood. There's many methods of doing this and people using different products and that. I haven't got those to hand, so I'm using a bit of soapy water just to get it agitated and get it cleaned up. As you can see, we caught me in the throes of doing it already. If I keep pursuing with this, I've gone over it a couple of times, it's got it a lot cleaner because there's bird muck on it and all sorts. I have to steer it to the time. I had to be careful with which brush I chose, because I didn't want to use a too soft a brush where it didn't do anything. I wanted something slightly firmer, just to agitate it. And the best thing is to go over it a few times. And then give it a rinse off afterwards. Now I want to try and get some sealer for it. There's something you can buy, like I use this. Used to seal canvas tents, which apparently works very well. And there's also some various other products you can buy which I have tried before, mentioning no names, where you use the rinse and the wash and then the sealer, the cutter and so on. I wasn't so impressed, to be fair, considering the outlay I had to pay for them. It was only enough to do it once, so I haven't got direct sunlight on this car because you've got to think that it's still bright this evening. Been raining a lot today. The brush I'm using is just a normal sweeping brush with a foam, which is not too hard, not too soft. The thing with using a brush, I'm not pushing in hard, I'm just using the tips of the brush thoroughly. It's a bit like using your electric toothbrush at home, you know. Give it a whiz around the other side. I have did on this side as well already. It's looking a lot better for it. And no doubt some of these renovating people with special products would do an absolute marvellous job. It is very much DIY, as I do. Okay, I've gone over a few times now. I'll give it a rinse off and see how she looks. Probably a lot better than what it was before, but not a complete renovation. So we go from there and see how she goes. Okay, so what we do then, we give it a bit of a rinse just with a hose and see how she turns out. She should run through the proper effects of it, of course, until it's all properly dried out, you know. Just leave it a while. I can leave the garage open anyway, as I do, let a bit of air out, just give it a bit of a DIY clean. So, okay, use spray on it. I think probably some warm water would have been better. I haven't got access to that. Making sure all the slate's out of it really. try to give her a good rinse. Just rinse the car off overall actually. One thing I've got a problem with, which I can show you, if anybody goes, the seal here is starting to leak in a little bit of water. Sometimes it doesn't do it. When you're on the move, it isn't so bad. But if you get caught in a heavy storm and you're stationary in traffic or waiting to get out of a junction, I notice this seal slot's just slightly to go there. The other side's okay, but that started to happen. I need to keep an eye on that. I don't know whether the seals are available separately or whether it's probably it's in the hood, which is part of the hood, which unfortunately may need a new hood at some stage. I don't know. I'll just give her a whiz over. The sun's not too strong at the moment, but it should dry out okay. And I'll put it in the garage anyway. I'll leave the garage door open so it gets plenty of air to let it clean out, you know, air out a bit by itself. And do it that way. It's got all the marks off it anyway, so just so it dries out evenly, hopefully. As I say, you can get some special cleaners for this. There is a sealer you can buy, which is like a tent sealer for canvases and so on. It's like a clear thing. It's quite a popular thing, available in camping shops and adventure stores and that sort of thing. I think we've got some at home actually, so I'll wait till it dries out. It's only like an aerosol spray that you put on that actually seals it against the weather, so it's a good ploy to do that sort of with winter approaching. Once it's dried out, and this is just plainly soap and water, a bit of fairy liquid, you know. Have to be gentle with it, but thorough. That's the thing. Go over it a couple of times, see how it looks. Yeah, and go from there really. Okay, just a short one today then. Hope you're all keeping well, by the way. Sorry to mention it in the first place. See, we've had some very fierce storms just of late, and the weather's been very, very hot, but we may be due for some more hot weather during the course of September. So, maybe a chance to get the hood down then again, which is always nice with these cars. Okay, speak to you soon. Look after yourselves, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you can, which would be much appreciated. I want to say a special thank you actually to Hagstrom Saab. I was going to do the engine mounts on this, but I looked at the other week and they didn't need doing. But I've got some bit of rattling going on the front, but it's in the struts, I think. I've actually bought the parts for them. I bought the parts from Parts for Saab, just the two mounts, and you turn them up here. Yep, they are quite big. One on one side, one on the other. I have done them before. You know, the one is liable, the near side is liable to go. They do go on the automatic cars more often than not, but saying that, the first lot I had on there lasted for 100,000 miles or so, just under, and it's only done 110, 111,000 now, so I shouldn't have gone that in that time, I wouldn't have thought. But as it happened, I looked at it, took the under trays off and had an inspection of them after I bought the parts, and found in actual fact I didn't need them. So I've got them there as spares, unless anybody wanted some. I might keep them myself for another rainy day in case it happens again. Depending on how long I keep the car, but about 7.5 years already. But yeah, so it looks like it's just the struts need doing again. I had this done before, but I was never entirely happy with it, to be fair. And it feels like sometimes the suspensions could be a bit better on the front end. I know with the convertible it's always not so good as a rigid top car, shall we say. But I've ordered some parts again from Part for Saab this time. They come from Sweden. I'm just waiting delivery. So to get that done, it just means new steering knuckles at the bottom with a hole in which the drive shaft goes through, and top mounts. I've ordered those as well with the bearing and so on, and the internal strut, internal shock absorber, again coming from Sweden. So wait on those. Okay then, like I say, nice to see you all again, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.